Cubists. So Picasso and Braque are in Paris. It's the early, it's the first decade of the 20th century. They are smart, young, ambitious painters, and there's been a sea change in terms of what a painter is to do. That is, up for most of the painters in the mid 19th century up to the end of the 19th century, what you want to do is you want to paint according to the tradition of painting, the French Academy, and there are certain criteria, and this is the way you paint. Things started to change with the advent of the change in the art market, and with the development of the gallery system and dealers, and a strengthening of a modern economy. And what became important was not painting in a traditional way. What became important was painting in an innovative way. That is, you wanted to create something new. That's how you showed up in the gallery. That's when it really started to take off. So these young, ambitious painters were looking for, well, what would be a new thing to do? And there was definitely something about Cézanne that was a good starting point. Okay, so we'll look at that. So I'm just going to flip through some of this stuff. So, right, these are not from observation. He's not like looking at, two women standing there. He's inventing. Now that wasn't a strange thing to do. That's the way we've been working in painting for hundreds of years, if not longer, right? Where painters would invent the situation. It could be from drawings or memory or color studies. We would put them together. Think of Poussin, think of Corot, think of, it just goes back. This is the way most painters would work. Rubens, right? He would have a treasury of drawings, and from the drawings he would make his paintings. So the forms are being simplified. They are inspired by a place, Lestock. This is this. This place. Same place. And you can see the way he's building, the way he's simplifying, the way he's putting the forms together. Taking this, right? Changing some of the play, the way, right? So now we don't have this consistency of light logic. It's like, how's that working? Where's the light source coming from? But we do get the sense of form and space in this kind of playful, crazy way. Right? Form and space kind of jumbled up together. And we see from Cézanne's work that he's not so interested in light. He's just using light in order to create form and space. And if we think of some of, we'll look at, these kinds of rhythms. We saw this, say, in what was the other one? Was it that one? What was that one?
Corey picture?
His wife. That one,
With the head.
where she's tilted.
Was there a rhyme or reason for how they reconfigured and structured their painting?
Say it again.
I want to know if there's like rhyme or reason in the way they reconfigured it.
Yeah, yes, no, yeah. Okay, so here, look at just the play, this kind of play of the composition within the rectangle. Just the way they're playing here.
They overlapped, and was Cézanne still alive?
So Cézanne dies in 1906.
Okay, so they overlapped.
And they definitely overlapped in their lives, but this is now like 1907, 1908, 1909, taking a lot of, it's like, well, let's mine this. Let's use all of this. Let's take some of the implications of what he's doing.
And Cézanne's paintings were available for them to see?
They started to become more and more well known, yes, yes.
This is so much like the fruit bowl of Cézanne.
Right? Flipping up a plate,
Yeah.
simplifying form. See the way they're playing? Yes? Look at this one.
They weren't looking at a still life when they were doing these? These were all invention?
Pretty sure.
What?
House of Braque? I had the
Inventing. So look at what's happening behind the boy.
Oh, nice.
Things start to get strange. They're experimenting. They're really pushing it. What can we do? What can we do?
And they worked together for
So taking some of, if Cézanne is exploring the flux of form and space, and if Cézanne is exploring his experience of discovering the motif in front of him through his perception. So these guys are like taking those things, moving away, not using the perception as in terms of their empirical experience. They're not like, okay, what is it I'm seeing, but taking some of the implications of his work and moving in the direction of sheer invention. What can I do with this? What can I play? How can I play with this? What kind of world could I invent here that would take some of these possibilities of form and space, take some of the possibilities of this flux, and really run with it, and just play with it. So they let go of one of the poles, let's say, or one of the pieces of Cézanne's equation, and then took some of the other stuff and really dug into it. So they're not working with the empirical perception, but taking a lot of the other implications in terms of the ways of working that we'll look at more specifically in terms of the line, the small mark, not worrying about light, but dealing with value as a way of playing with form and space, the way an edge comes and goes, the play with the rectangle in terms of discovering the structure of the composition as they went along, the way the eye is moving through.
Jordan, it's more connected to sculpture
Certainly a relationship to form over light, yes. Okay, so here, now this is now 1909, and things start getting even more fragmented, more complex. They're upping their game in that way. Very much involved with dealing with the rectangle, that whole game of billiards. Now it's sort of like billiards on steroids. Just starting to really crank, all of these shifts and movements